Essay number 42, Murchison Falls. All I can do is say, here's how it went. Here's what I saw. I've been there and am going back. Make of it what you will. Leaf anger, peace like a river. While staying in Uganda for our 1-year anniversary, Travis and I joined a fishing trip on the Nile River. Our friend Alan summoned us early in the morning, and so we grabbed to-go boxes of breakfast food and met our friend Doc outside by the boat. As if seeing every animal I dreamt of seeing outside a zoo wasn't enough, I was captivated by watching the natural current of this famous river. The way the ripples and foam kept us moving past the hippo mothers' faces and open mouths. I was on a boat of men preparing to fish, and while I had no desire to hold a fishing pole, I had every desire to watch and be present to this experience. I didn't want the moments on that river to pass me by without notice. I sat as still as I could. I watched Travis looking on this place he'd spent months exploring a few years earlier, this country that was a second home to him. He knew the waters and understood what the rolling hills had to say. We celebrated by that river in a hotel with a beautiful linen canopy over the bed and staff that greeted us at the door with mango juice and face wipes. It was the most pampering we'd ever received. Years later, to celebrate our 8th anniversary, Travis bought me a vintage map of the Nile, printed in light green, yellow, and brown, and we went to see the Atlanta Symphony play with singer-songwriter Gregory Alan Isakov. As we listened, I closed my eyes. I could hear things I'd only heard before in movie soundtracks. The fluttering of violin notes, melodic and free. Movements that swept my heart away and begged me to awaken from every sleepy death I found myself in. I opened my eyes and saw the ceiling open up to a blue and gray sky. The walls fall back to reveal wide open plains. I don't know what others were imagining. Every eye was entranced, unwilling to miss a moment, and every breath in the room was hushed. Cups of wine came to mouths one quiet sip at a time. We were lost in this womb of magic, and I could understand why a baby, before being born, appreciates hearing voices and rhythms outside the walls of their mother's belly. And so that night, the music of the symphony, with the banjo and the violin and the bass, the drum and the guitar and the short flight of the harp, gave husband and wife permission to remember the Nile, to see wide open spaces, to fall into each other again, 7 years and 2 kids after that first Nile-side anniversary celebration. One day we might make it back to the Nile, but in the meantime we will see that map hanging framed on the wall of our home, and we will smell mangoes and buy black beans and rice and know that what once took us to that riverboat might take us there again, whether in body or in spirit, in reality or in dreams. The prayer. O God, you are the God of remembering. You give us memories to keep, and you usher us in and out of those spaces in our hearts and minds. You remind us of who we once were, who we are, and who you challenge us to become someone new in the days ahead. For this we are forever grateful, because you never let us go, and you never stop honoring who we are in the in-between times. And with every experience we see your influence, and so we understand that you are not just a bystander, but an active and good presence in our lives, ushering us deeper into ourselves and into you, deeper and deeper, and on into the sweetness of living. Thank you for that. Amen.